Hello Overclockers, my name's Bryony and welcome to the latest episode of Newsweekly. Have you managed to get your hands on any great deals from the Black Friday sale yet? If not, we'll drop a link below so you can check it out. In this week's stories, we've got news about the UK's biggest gaming festival, game launches gone wrong, the Steam Deck and much more. So let's get into it. We're kicking off this week's episode with not one, not two, but 3 free games from the Epic Game Store this week. The first is called Guild of Dungeoneering, and this unique game allows you to build a dungeon and create new challenges for your hero as you draw cards to lay down rooms, monsters, traps, and loot. The second free game on our list is called Kid A Miniature Exhibition. This interactive experience comes from a team-up between Epic Games and Radiohead. It takes inspiration from the original artwork and recordings, and it's based on Radiohead's album artwork. It will help commemorate 21 years of Radiohead's Kid A and Amnesia albums. It's a weird one, but it's great for the Radiohead fans out there. The third and final game is called Never Alone. This beautiful game follows the story of Nina and Fox as they try to find the source of an eternal blizzard that threatens the survival of everything they have ever known. It even allows for co-op when you're using an Xbox controller, and it explores the culture of the Alaska Native community. All the games this week are rather unique, and they're perfect if you enjoy playing something a little bit different. Make sure to add them to your Epic Games library completely free before the 25th of November. The second gaming story this week is about Battlefield 2042, and if you're watching this episode on Friday, the game actually launched today. Unfortunately for DICE and EA, Battlefield 2042 isn't really living up to the hype. During the week of early access, players experienced freezes, crashes, frame drops, and gameplay-breaking bugs. Unsurprisingly, this means a lot of gamers have been left disappointed, and this is reflected in the extremely low review scores. For example, the average user score on Metacritic is a measly 2.5. A lot of the comments also mention missing features such as the chat, scoreboard, and lack of weapons, which might be added in a future patch. However, it's easy to see how this is going to ruin the day one excitement and make the game feel rushed. Scrolling through Metacritic, I honestly struggled to find a positive review that wasn't sarcastic or mentioned that the game still needed improvement. Some of the highlights included: the game gives me 10 FPS with my 1050 Ti, exceeded expectations. The game has great potential, the problem is that it is currently untapped and unusable. This has to be the worst game in the franchise. I honestly like the game. Sure, it has its issues, but it's going to be fixed. The maps are awful. The 128 players was a terrible idea. 80 players would have been a much better choice. In contrast, reviews from large publications have been a little kinder, and it seems there is still fun to be had amongst the issues. I'm also interested to know what your opinion is on this, so make sure to leave a comment below. Are you enjoying Battlefield 2042 or is it a hard pass? The next gaming story this week is about Halo, and as part of its Xbox 20th anniversary celebration, Microsoft announced the surprise launch of Halo Infinite's free-to-play multiplayer mode. This is a pretty epic way to drop the long-awaited title, and you can try it now on Xbox One, Series X/S, and PC. The game itself is technically still in beta ahead of the full release on the 8th of December. However, there is plenty to do, and the current gameplay includes access to all the Day 1 maps, tutorial-filled Academy mode, plus paid and unlockable cosmetic add-ons via the Battle Pass system. If you jump into matchmaking, there are 4v4 arena modes, 12v12 big team battles on larger maps, the option to play against bots, or custom games with your own settings. Reviews so far are positive, and the one main complaint about the painfully slow Battle Pass progression has already been addressed by 343 Industries, who claim that they're going to look into it and share updates when they have them. Halo Infinite is free to play right now, and your progress, cosmetics, unlocks, and multiplayer stats will all carry over when Halo Infinite officially launches, so it's well worth trying it out, and we'll drop a link to the game on Steam below. Our final gaming story this week is about Rockstar's huge mess up when it comes to the GTA Trilogy Definitive Edition, or what some gamers have nicknamed the Defective Edition. And to be honest, it's easy to see why, with various graphical issues, bugs, crashes, and even a temporary removal from the Rockstar launcher thanks to some dodgy hidden files. This has to be the worst launch in Rockstar's history, and although it's unlikely to make a dent in their huge profits, it's certainly knocked their reputation. The company's official Twitter support page has been replying to a constant stream of refund requests ever since Grand Theft Auto released on the 11th of November, and it's clear to see the relaunch has been a complete flop. In my opinion, the entire project comes across as a bit of a cash grab, and Rockstar really shouldn't have tried to sell a rebuilt version of a mobile port for $54.99. The graphics are smoother, but they lose a lot of their style in the process, and a lot of the character models look straight up weird. Digital Foundry actually produced an excellent video going over the various issues, and I highly recommend checking it out, or maybe just give this launch a wide berth and start counting down the years until GTA 6 finally launches. Moving on to the hardware chapter of the news, and our first story this week is the announcement of this year's Black Friday Special Edition Noble Chair. The beautiful black and copper finish would complement my kitchen rather well, but I also reckon it will look very at home in a cozy office next to a smart wooden desk. The main features are the stylish copper accents with copper stitching, harness holes, armrest, and the Noble Chair's logo. The sporty Epic design comes with a carbon fibre accent, and this supportive shape ensures a maximum comfort while gaming or working from home. The Epic normally retails for $329.99, and you can get the Copper Edition for a great deal at only $284.99, and it even comes with free shipping. Get yours now before Black Friday is over on the Overclockers website. We'll drop a link in the description below. The next story this week is news about the upcoming Steam Deck launch. At its recent Steamworks virtual conference, Valve revealed more exciting details about the upcoming console. We now know the custom AMD chip powering the console is called the Aerith SoC, and it comes with a 4-core 8-thread Zen 2 CPU and an AMD RDNA 2 GPU. The low power consumption of this highly efficient chip means the 40 watt-hour battery is able to offer a gaming time of around 7 to 8 hours. This is certainly impressive. However, unfortunately, you won't get a performance boost by plugging the handheld into a powered docking station. This is going to provide better consistency, but it might disappoint those of you who are in search of better performance. We also know that the entry-level version of the Steam Deck does have pretty limited storage, but due to the Steam Deck's small low-res screen, you don't really need those high-resolution textures, which means games will also take up less space. Steam announced that developers will be able to create optimized texture packages to reduce the download and install size of the Steam Deck version of their game, which I think is a great idea, and it makes the Steam Deck even more attractive. However, unfortunately, that brings us on to the disappointing news that the launch of the Steam Deck is going to be delayed by 2 months. Unsurprisingly, Steam blamed the ongoing global supply chain issues, and apparently the Steam Deck will now start shipping to customers in February 2022. To round off the news this week, let's finish up with a bit of industry news about the hugely popular Insomnia Gaming Festival. Earlier on in the year, Multiplay announced they were trying to make an i67 event happen towards the end of 2021. However, in the company's most recent statement, they said, "It's been an incredibly tough year, but we've made the decision to come back with a full event next year rather than have a compromised experience in 2021. This hasn't come easily, and we're gutted not to be greeting you back this year. But ultimately, we would rather wait and do it right rather than rush and present something that our community wouldn't be happy to call their Insomnia." Insomnia Gaming Festival will return in 2022 with i58. In a later statement, they announced the reason the I-67 name was scrapped completely, and it's that the event was actually well into the planning phase before the decision to cancel was made. Therefore, the team is putting I-67 behind them and looking forward to the future with I-68. To be honest, this does seem like the best decision. EGX this year was criticised by many, so it makes sense to put more time into an event and come back with a huge bang. Overclockers UK has been a prominent feature at the Insomnia Gaming Festival in the past, so hopefully we'll see you guys there next year. If you can't wait until the spring, there will be an Insomnia Winter WAN returning across the 3rd and 4th of December. It's a community get-together where you can hang out, play some games, potentially win some prizes, and have some fun before Christmas. You can read all of their latest announcements on the Insomnia website, and we'll drop a link in the description below. Thanks for watching this week's episode of Overclockers Newsweekly. Remember to go and check out those Black Friday deals, give this video a big thumbs up, make sure to hit the subscribe button and also press the bell icon so you don't miss our upcoming episodes, and I'll see you again next Friday.